Domination.
Your crack at dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. Your power stroke, diesel backhoe riding king, 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time. Then the six-string circus comes to town. We hang them speakers over the crowd. When the lights come on, everybody screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody singing every word to every song of the girl they're taking tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're having, the smoke that we're having, the party we throw, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on. You're a little shy thing with a wild side on a night like this. You just can't hide, cause it's time to live it up. So come on and raise your cup. If we talk about memories, yeah, we're gonna make them. Talking about rules, you know we're gonna break them. When the lights come on, everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing every word to every song of the girl they're taking tonight.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a wild card game coming up, and you know what that means. It's win or go home. This is what you strap the pads on for. The opportunity to take a step forward in your quest for a world championship. It's the Jets going up against the Colts. With that, let's get you up to Indianapolis. Standing by, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Here we go. 38. Let's round. Here we go.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. Looking sideline, incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Let's go. Let's round.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are... Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be it. So out now come the Jets. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful. They were... Looking for Marshall that time, and now it's 2nd down. They'll drop the throw, and over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They'll set up a throw, escaping the pressure right. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. And New York set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the...
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit. Still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
So a second down. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on third down. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll look to throw. And he is going to be wrapped up and slung to the turf. Kendall Langford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And on third down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. And New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It's third down, 6 yards to go for the offense.
So much of his game is focus and concentration, and whenever I see guys running the in route,
and now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the deep. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. Rolling to his left. He's got a man, that's caught, left sideline. A big play there on the catch and run. 85 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Martellus Bennett, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some...
And now out come the Jets. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Steps away to his left. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, so it's time to make a break for it.
They'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 30 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 3 there on the pickup. That's good for a Jets first down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Caught left side Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. DeAndre Hopkins, 51 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And now they're in the hurry up.
Here we go. 1, 9, 5.
He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. They find some open field here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for the Jets. 41 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
He's back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Now a desperation. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. DeAndre Hopkins finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
I think it'd be real easy here to focus on maybe.
We're being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Crack of dawn, Monday morning coffee, strong pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night. Your power stroke, diesel backhoe riding king, 18-wheeler driving, living life in between the lines of clocking in and quitting time. Then the six-string circus comes to town. We hang them speakers over the crowd. When the lights come on, everybody screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody singing every word to every song of the girl they're taking tonight. When yeah, we're gonna make them. Talking about rules, you know we're gonna break them. When the lights come on, everybody screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody singing, every word to every song to the girl they're taking tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're, the smoke that we're, the party we're through, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on. Yeah, we all the same cause we thinking the same thing. We on the same page cause we sipping the same drink. Here's a little something to thank y'all for showing up. Al Dean and the boys are about to blow it up. When the lights come on and everybody's screaming, lighters in the sky, yeah, everybody's singing, every word to every song to the girl they're taking tonight. When the lights come on, everybody's feeling a hallelujah from the floor to the ceiling. Yeah, the drink that we're the smoke that we're the party we're through, it's going all night long. When the lights come on, when the lights come on, your buzz more than up. It's going all night long. When the lights come on.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop. Word up, I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. It's come out like a power with an M. I get down like gravity, rap rackety rappers and raps rapidly farther to rapid into the rapids and being rapping and rattling rattle riddles and rivets into the sky. I'm a rebel feeling riveting, rhythmically I am bigger, spinner right to the rhythm, whittle the side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. Come out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the Knox in the house, right? And I go by the name of Wyclef. I bought the band. And we need all the ladies to report on the dance floor. And you know my slogan, no fighting and no fighting.
Poppin' nugget when I met you, shorty had the long extension. Told her I'm a bad one, but I only got the best intention. Tough and not a bluffer. I want you to be Molly. Don't have to take it undercover. Just under the bells are ringing. People singing, rice is throwing, flower bringing. Ting-a-ling-a-ling, the honeymoon is when we going. And I take you to a place that you didn't even know exists. What's your wish? Dinner at the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Shot us in the basement party. Yeah. Turn into the greatest party. Yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once and we went up. Yeah. And my love is tripping. Yeah. Now I feel my body drifting. Yeah. Baby girl, she got me lifted. The mind tripping. Yeah. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Jaws dropping when she walking, kind of thing that happen often. More than just a little. I be shooting down the city, black the latest gears. When she where you see that sun in the air. Fashion week all year, throwing money in the air. She's happy with my lady, other girls they wanna hate her. It comes with the territory, ball players wanna date her. All we got is loyalty, I'm treating you like royalty. I'ma spoil you every day of the week. Shot us in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once and we went up, yeah. And my love is tripping. Now I feel my body drifting. My body dripping. Baby girl, she got me lifted. The mind tripping.
I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Here in the divisional round, the pressure gets dialed up several more notches. Some players rise to the occasion, some can't handle the heat. We'll see who shines in the spotlight and gets his team to the conference title game. It's the Jets going up against the Chiefs. So let's get you out to Kansas City as we say hello to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and who... They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. A big gain there on the first play of the game. And even 50 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
Flush to his right. Shrugs, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dontari Poe in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Ohio! Let's go!
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Jay Howard in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they... And New York set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
Memory they need to keep with them is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jay Howard, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively.
And he can't find wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's got a man, complete. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his man on the out route. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Rolling to his right. And caught. This is Bennett, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll look to throw again. Out to his left. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. We have played a quarter here in this AFC divisional playoff. 7-0 is our score, and we're back to Arrowhead. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you, it's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Back to throw again. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. In there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. A surprising move to go for it, predictably. And the Jets set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive.
Second down following the run. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll run forward Marshall, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Justin Houston in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep, and got his man complete. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 36 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw now on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And some room to work. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. Throwing right, and that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A good pickup there at 22. And they're going to speed things up here. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased, and the ball is knocked out. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a first down.
Now that definitely hurts, because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll roll him out right. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Keith Marsh. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard, because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. For Marshall, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he slides to avoid the hit. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. They're dangerous. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And hauled in here by Rivera. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Second down, 8. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 4 yards on the pickup. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Cool under pressure right there. Escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. Doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense. Because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now you got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that.